Having your kids work in the business.
That's like a hot topic on
We tell everyone to do it.
the TikTok. Yeah. So, I mean, I pay my kid. You really want to start when they're 6 or 7. Doing them when they're really little, it's really hard to justify because they're so little. Unless
He's a 3-month-old. He's on the payroll.
I have college. I don't have little ones. Anybody, I do. My daughter's 10, but like I didn't start it until they were a bit older. But it's just unless they're all over your social media or something like that, you do need to have it is a good tax strategy. So if anybody is interested in it, I could just tell you really quick because it's not as simple as people make it out to be. Basically, if like you're an S-corp, you can't pay them through the S-corp. You have to set up a separate, like a management company. So like a Schedule C or single member LLC, and you set up payroll through that. And you should have like their contract documented, like what they do, their duties, things like that. So, and then also they should have an hourly log for when they're working, and you should pay them what the market would pay someone else to do it. Now, as long as you have the documentation there, you should be good. And what it does is you can pay them up to what the standard deduction is every year, essentially tax-free until they're 18 years old. So you could say, so like, let's say for my 10 and 14-year-old, they get paychecks up to the standard deduction. So the standard deduction changes, it increases every year. And so like this year, I don't know what it is, 14,000 or something like that. But I can pay them up to whatever the standard deduction is, 14,000. I can deduct it from my business, full deduction, and then I can pay them. You have to pay them a paycheck. They have to be set up on payroll, but they're not subject to Social Security and Medicare tax. So they're saving 15.3% on tax, or you are, and they're not subject to federal or income tax either, or unemployment tax. So it's literally tax-free, and you just have to make sure you're filing quarterly tax returns, and has to be set up a very specific way because most payroll programs will never default to not withholding taxes. You have to, because it's a very specific situation. But then you can take that. So it's tax-free to you, tax-free to the kids. And then they still get a W-2. All it does is shows one line on the federal and the state, depending what state you live on, how much wages they earned. And there should be no other numbers in the boxes. Then you could do something like set up a Roth IRA for them and stuff money into a Roth IRA. Like just use that. We use it for tuition because my kids go to private school. So it just goes, you know what I mean? That's just essentially does that. But I occasionally, like my kids will be working at the office. I'll take pictures of them there just so I have my proof. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's legit. It works. You just need to have your documentation.
You just need to be able to back it up.
Yeah.
Is it a red flag thing for the IRS?
Or not that I've seen yet. It's very trendy right now, I will say. But I mean, like my parents are accountants. They started doing it when I was 10. So like,
yeah,
it's been around for a really long time. So it's not, I mean, we all own businesses. My kids are here all the time. So like they work. So who's the IRS to say they didn't earn that money? You know what I'm saying? So
it's probably very difficult. I mean, the burden of proof's on the IRS to prove otherwise, and it's probably an incredibly difficult thing to prove.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I like my son was here painting the office. Took a video of that picture, stuff like that. Like if we're doing marketing events, they're always on our marketing event, networking events, things like that. Actually, you just reminded me what I was going to say. So that's about hiring your kids. So it does need to be set up a very specific way. You can't do it through your S-corp. It has so you have to set up. So it's a little bit extra bookkeeping and payroll stuff, but you can just set it up and sort of set it and forget it. As long as your account kind of tracks that, it's worth it. I mean, if you have 3 kids that's a very large deduction,
So each kid is the 14,000 or 14,000 total?
Each kid.
Yeah.
Whatever that
we're just going to have shit set up today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, George, are you LLC or S-corp?
LLC.
You are, okay. Yeah.
So Ava's been on my payroll, my oldest. She's 21 now.
Okay, she's too old then. She has to,
but my
be under 18.
Okay. I guess my bookkeeper thought it was till 21 because she just started paying taxes.
Oh, no, you have to be under 18.
And I mean, it's all through Gusto.
Yeah, Gusto is, they don't, it's the way you set it up. But
Yeah, Gusto
So
they don't care what you do. They just you
Yeah.
set it up and it rolls. They don't
Yeah.
they tell you, oh, you're fucking this.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah,
You
I was
know?
gonna say
yeah,
we
they don't. Yeah,
we did it with
Paylocity.
Paylocity with my older kid, and we just turned off all the taxes. Um,
but it has to be through a certain way. You can't do it through your S-corp. You're
yeah,
not supposed to. But actually, for 2026, the standard deduction was 16,100. Holy crap, that went up.
yeah. I was gonna say I thought the standard deduction was 16.
Look at me. I haven't.
Yeah.
I
About to
haven't
put a
done
broom in Jack's
personal
hand.
taxes in a while.
There
That's
you
a
go.
lot. Jesus.
Yeah, that little some bitch needs to be working. Would your kid's individual payroll come off of your K1
Oh,
personal
no.
tax liability, or
so it would be a business expense, like a shared
Okay.
business expense.
Okay.
So you would let's say you and your partner both have kids. You would set up a single member LLC, like a family management LLC in your own name, your own social security number that would go on your own personal tax return. Well, it would be in the tax. You need a tax ID. So, because you're registering with the IRS, that would go on your own personal tax return. He would have his own, but those expenses through the business would just be considered any other expense.
Okay.
So you might let's say you have, you have 3 kids and you've got 2. You might work something out where for equity, right?
Yep.
So that he gets a different deduction somewhere, like he gets another expense or take something else out of the business expense or something like that to make it equal, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Good question.